Hello, Inspiredum. I like your channel and I like your videos. So I thought I would do a response video to your last video, a la carte. It was a really interesting video for me. It's probably one of my favorite topics because to get my master's degree, probably my best paper in graduate school was actually kind of about this topic. It was about in and out groups and how it related to Heidegger's notion of authenticity. I took a Heidegger class, and so I related it to sort of ideology and dogma, and how it related to those concepts. I took Gordon Allport and his book, The Nature of Prejudice, and I used his notion of in and out groups. An in group is basically just any we, and an out group is anything that's not in that we. So an in group could be like your family, or if you're a Democrat or Republican, it would be other Democrats. If you're a Democrat, or if you're a Republican, other Republicans. If you're a Christian, it would be other Christians. If you're an atheist, it would be other atheists. So I talked about in groups in that sense. And I said in my paper, I said to be authentic is to confront the problems that exist within your own in group, to not get trapped in your own ideology, because all all in groups are going to have problems that exist within them. Because I think I think all people have problems. Um, so I talked about the notion of authenticity in my paper, and how it relates to in and out groups. Heidegger's notion of authenticity, it's a little different than mine, than what I was talking about, but I changed it up. He, I related it to Das Man and sort of our fallenness, and that we fall into Das Man and we fall into inauthenticity and our thrownness into the human situation. But I said those are all present, but I said for Heidegger to be authentic means to sort of confront your own death or your own mortality. But I said it was to confront your own in group. Although I do think Heidegger has his point is it's valid. I mean, confronting your own death is definitely, I think, a part of authenticity, but I think also confronting your own in group, because like your own in group is part of your DOS man, I think, and so that's that's what my paper was about, and I think it relates to what you were talking about because in your in your last video, it was about how you don't agree with anybody else 100%, and I think you know you probably, if you're really thinking, you probably shouldn't agree with any group or any person 100%. Um, you should not that you should be disagreeable or confrontational, but you should have your own opinions, and you should really filter through and kind of do a phenomenology on your own belief system. And I think that's a big part of being authentic, to sort of kind of rise above your own in group. I guess that's kind of you could be kind of Nietzsche-ish, where you could you could you could kind of be super Ubermanish or something. But I think you could be Ubermanish towards your own in group. But I think a big part of being authentic is to yeah is to confront your own in group and not just blindly go along with the ideology that exists in our society. So, for example, like if you're a Democrat, confront the problems that exist within the Democratic Party, or if you're a Republican, confront the problems that exist within the Republican Party, or libertarian, or socialist, or Christian, or atheist. Confront those problems. Um, so I think it's definitely true. People are definitely trapped in ideology and dogma, and um, you know the ideal. It's like the partisanship in our society has gotten so bad and so um, like I don't know, uncivil. I guess it's become just like the discourse is very negative, and I think the thing is people are have it's like it's their ego is tied up in their opinions on why they believe what they believe, and so they're it's like they're trapped in their own their ego is trapped in their own ideology, and I think you can really see this on YouTube too, like like there's people that will have channels, and then all the people that comment on the channels are just kind of they're just like repeating what the person said in their video, and it's just kind of a big in group. And I think I think people aren't really putting in the time and energy to figure out why they believe what they believe, and it becomes an inauthentic thing. So I think to be authentic, I don't know, it's not really possible to be completely authentic, but I think, you know, I think, yeah, people have gotten really dogmatic in our society and really ideologically driven, and I think it's connected to people's ego. Like, the bigger your ego, I think that you tend to, the more dogmatic a person tends to be. So I think, yeah, I think also when people start making ad hominem attacks, it's just I mean, to me that's a big turnoff, and it's just it kind of just shows that you're not capable of critical thinking, or and your arguments are very your arguments are weak, and also just your ego kind of it's kind of getting in the way of your ability to be a critical thinker. So, anyways, I really liked your last video. It was interesting and and very thought provoking. My paper, it was called The Phenomenology of In-Group Authenticity, was really related to this topic. So I thought I'd just make a quick response video, and that's it. And keep making your cool videos. All right, have a good day.